Flash RTV News. I am Hadiza Hajiyayawa. The headlines. Niger State Governor Farmer Muhammad Umaru Bago enrolls into the Niger State Contributory Healthcare Scheme, NICARE. Niger State government calls for collaborative approach in tackling insecurity as the state prepares for Peace and Security Summit. Fire outbreak destroys properties worth millions of naira in Niger State. Now the news in details. Former Governor Muhammad Umaru Bago has been enrolled into the Niger State Contributory Healthcare Scheme, NICARE. This was done by the Executive Secretary of the agency, Suleiman Abubakar, at the Council Chamber of Government House, Mina. The report.
The former governor highlighted the importance and benefits of such scheme and encouraged the people, especially those from the formal sector, to explore the opportunity. The former governor applauded the executive secretary of NICARE for bringing transformation in the agency.
Health insurance is very, very important. It's in other crimes, these things have worked and they are working. You know, you have health insurance and they are good. You know, I know people that live here to London, to UK, to go to America, to go for medicals, just because they have insurance. You know, so 50%, 60%, 80% of their, out-of-pocket expenditure is taken care of by the insurance. So I think you need to do more of advocacy in this.
The Niger State Deputy Governor, Comrade Yakubu Garba, and the Secretary of the State Government, Abubakar Usman, were also enrolled into the scheme by the Executive Secretary of the agency, Suleiman Abubakar. Earlier, the Executive Secretary of NICARE, Suleiman Abubakar, recounted the numerous achievements the agency had recorded since the beginning of the present administration. He said due to the political will of former governor and his support to NICARE, the total enrollment has increased from 53,000 to 139,000, representing over 160% increment.
NICARE continues to thrive due to your visionary leadership, and what we are presenting is a technical manual which symbolizes a culture of efficiency, transparency, and accountability, so we are fairness in how we discharge our functions. So that's the main purpose. We're here to launch the revised operational guideline. Then secondly, also to enroll this excellency into the federal sector scheme as the first former governor in Niger State. So we would like to have that privilege to also enroll you. Then this slide is just to briefly talk about those are the things that we're able to do.
I am Zainab Abdullahi reporting for Flash RTV.
Niger State Governor has announced scholarship for 5 pupils from public school in the state that represented Nigeria in the international debate held in Indonesia and won the competition. The former governor announced this when the trophy and the participants were presented to him at the Government House, Mina. The report.
The former governor said the scholarship will be from secondary school to tertiary level, explaining that anyone that performed exemptionally well in his academic pursuits among them will be taken overseas to further his or her studies. The governor commended the pupils for their outstanding performance and making the state and the country proud. The former governor also promised to give the parents of each participant 500,000 and then 5 million to the officials that led the participants to the debate competition. He then promised that his administration will continue to support the education sector to ensure continuity.
He wants us to give children of the secondary school the opportunity to also travel out and participate. And then I told him, yes, it is. So they will be there. To encourage these children is to give them scholarship. So these children will have scholarship from year 1 or 2 until they finish university. All of you that participated, to your parents, each one will get 500,000 naira. And to the organizers, to every other person that was part of this, another 5 million naira to all of you. So that we can continue to teach our students to be best in Nigeria.
On same development, students of the Niger State School for Special Education presented a trophy won at the National Deaf Secondary School Football Championship held in Nasarawa State, where Nasarawa, the host, came first, Team Niger second, and Bauchi came third after playing at the semi-final and final. The former governor congratulated and commended the team for its efforts and pledged his continued support to the students. I am Zainab Abdullahi reporting for Flash RTV.
Niger State government has called for collaborative approach and synergy among stakeholders in managing security situation and information in the state. The Commissioner of Homeland Security, Muhammad Bello Abdullahi, made the call while addressing journalists at Media Roundtable chat ahead of the Peace and Security meeting. The report.
The Commissioner of Homeland Security, Muhammad Bello, who was addressing journalists ahead of the Peace and Security Summit, described the media as the most dependable ally in the security architecture of the state. The Commissioner used the medium to urge journalists to be professionals in performing their duties and not to engage in divulging news that will put people on panic mode.
The media, being the most critical of the stakeholders, are very dependable ally in this crusade. Hence, this important pre-summit conference. The crucial role of the media prior to the summit is in the area of information dissemination, grassroots mobilization, and community engagement. This is to guarantee well-informed audience and hitch-free summit.
The Commissioner also gave an overview of the forthcoming Peace and Security Summit, saying that the theme of the event, collaborative approach to security and peace building with a view to safeguard Niger State, is aimed at engaging critical stakeholders in the security architecture at local, state, and federal level. He said issues and challenges associated with security information management will also be looked into, as effective management of information enables swift decision-making, proactive actions, and enhance community preparedness. The Chief Press Secretary to the Governor of Niger State, Bologi Ibrahim, who was represented by the Coordinator Media Affairs to the Governor, Hamza Waziri, said Governor Umar Bago is tirelessly working to ensure peace, tranquility, progress, and development across the state, which he said require the cooperation of journalists. The Chairman, Niger State Union of Journalists, Niger State Chapter, Comrade Abu Madu, said journalists in the state have always worked in accordance with the ethics of the profession and will continue to turn that path and remain advocates of peace in the society. In her remark, the director with the Abdusalam Abubakar Institute of Peace and Sustainable Development Studies, Dr. Diamond Prey, described the decision to organize a peace summit by the Niger State government as opt, saying without peace, there cannot be any meaningful development in any given society.
Fire outbreak has destroyed properties worth millions of naira in Albishiri area of Mina, Niger State. Our correspondent was there and now reports.
It was gathered that the fire started at about 1 a.m. The cause of the ugly incident is yet to be known. The victim, Malan Jibrin Suleiman, who is a staff of Abuja Electricity Distribution Company, AEDC, said he could not fathom out the cause of the fire because there was no public power. Did they put on any source of power as at the time it started?
Around 1 o'clock a.m. and there's no light by then. We don't even know where the lights just come from. We just can't see fire everywhere. Even a pin, you cannot even carry it inside this very house you are seeing. And we need assistance from the government anywhere.
The victim's daughter, Awa Jibrin, said they could not take out any of their belongings except their cell phones, which they used to call out for help from their neighbor.
Muka yi bacci da ni da kanuwa na a ɗaki. A ran 1 na dare sai ta tashe ni. Ta ce wai in tashi ga abu nan na faruwa. Na tashi na kalla sama. Da na kalla sama na gan wuta ne sai na fita. Na je ɗakin babanmu na fara kwankwasa. Ya fito ya ce me ke faruwa, na ce kalla ɗakinmu. Yana fitowa ga wuta nan. Wuta ma ya shiga ko'ina ko. Ya ce zai tashi zai shiga silin, mu ta kawo ruwa kafin mu sani wuta ya cika ko'ina ko, so hakan da muka fito ba mu samu mu fito da su abu ba, daga wayanmu ne muka samu muka fitar da shi, ba komai da muka fito da shi.
Mr. Solomon Noah, who was among the neighbors who trooped to the scene of the incident to help her, sympathized with the Suleiman's family as he called for assistance from government well-meaning individuals within and outside the area. He explained that the fire service could not get to the scene for the 2 hours that the fire lasted.
All we through with the neighborhood, the water that ran, we try to see how we can rescue, but it's all in vain. And later on, our neighbor and others helped us to call the assistance of the fire service, and they came. They also tried before they get to this place. In fact, the fire has almost consumed virtually everything in the house. Nothing was moved out of the house. All I'm just soliciting as a neighbor to my neighbor is that everyone, the governments, every person that God has blessed, please to come to our rescue to see how they can assist him. Because he went out only, what we are thanking God for, that the only him and the family were successfully out, no life lost and no injured, but all the valuable thing from the house was completely burned.
The incident happened between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. The ugly incident left Malan Suleiman's family with nothing, as destroyed the entire 2-bedroom flat of Malan Suleiman. I am Mohammed Abubakar Musa, reporting for Flash Art TV.
The Director General, Niger Chamber of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture in Sima, Adamu Saliu, said all hands is on deck to ensure hitch-free trade fair. The DG noted that both state and local government councils are already on ground. According to him, a lot of private, government and corporate organizations across the country has indicated interest to participate in this year's trade fair.
We are prepared because as of today, the state government is on ground, local government is on ground. We have Federal Ministry of Agri, we have Nigerian Agricultural Insurance Corporation, we have Sedimina.
He said former Governor Umaru Bago has given the Chambers of Commerce the needed support for the trade fair. Telecommunications giant MTN Nigeria has sponsored 22 professionals to the School of Media and Communication, SMC, Pan Atlantic University, Lagos, for its innovation program. The 22 participants who were chosen from the mainstream and new media were shortlisted from a pool of over 3,000 applications after rigorous screening. In his opening remark, Chief Corporate Service and Sustainability Officer, MTN Nigeria, Toby Okibo, who addressed the fourth cohort virtually challenged participants to bring their best selves to the program and utilize the opportunity. That is the size of our package on the news. You can view our news and other content via our social media handles like Facebook, Flash RTV, YouTube at Flash RTV, X, that is Twitter at Flash RTV, Instagram, Flash RTV. Thanks for watching.